Hey guys, it is Baby Kendle here, back again with another Clash of Clans video, and this time I've got a base design to show you guys. So this is a Town Hall 8.75 base. As you can see, I am a Town Hall 9 fully. However, I've built this base and just not put down the expos. You can see my two expos are down here, but everything else in a Town Hall 9 base is here. That's what a Town Hall 8.75 is. It's basically everything at Town Hall 9 except the expos, and that's what this base is. So before I get into this base explanation, I just want to say that this base design is not actually mine. It was created by someone on the forums. His name is AidenG101. No, actually AidenG01. I will have a link to his base design thread in the description down below, so please go and check that out. He has a detailed explanation up there on how this base works, and I'm just going to explain the same thing to you guys here. Yeah, let's get right into the base. So this is a Town Hall 8.75 base, and as a Town Hall 8.75, your goal is to defend against Town Hall 8s. That should be a must. You should not be able to get 3-starred by Town Hall 8, but also you should try to make it as hard as possible for other low Town Hall 9s to 3-star you. So low Town Hall 9, I mean like Town 9s with like 10-10 heroes, stuff like that. Your goal is to try to defend against that. So this base does a pretty good job against low Town Hall 9s and even maybe high Town Hall 9s as well. Also, it obviously defends against Town Hall 8, so I'm just going to explain this base real quick. I just accidentally placed that expo down. So starting off, we're looking at the Queen. Obviously, the Queen is one of the most important aspects of a Town Hall 9 base. So the Queen is placed in a very good spot. She's not only offset, but she's also 3 tiles from this outer wall right here, meaning that she won't jump from here over to the outside over here where she could get targeted by enemy troops. So she's well protected in here. On this other side right here, there's only 2 tiles between the Queen and this wall, but that's still okay because there's still only a very small chance that the Queen will actually jump over this wall. And even if she does jump over, she's not jumping into anything special. I mean, she's jumping into like this empty dead zone, which really doesn't mean anything. She's jumping into this compartment, doesn't really mean anything. So not really a big deal even if she jumps, but the chance of her jumping is like 1/3, which isn't even that big anyways. Also, this base does a very good job defending against suicide heroes, not only for the reason I just said about how the Queen won't jump the wall right here, but also the King right here is defending for the Queen. So the King's right in front of the Queen, so the enemy has to get through the King first to get to the Queen, and especially with low heroes, that's just really not going to happen. On this side over here, you've got the Cannon Archer Tower obviously doing damage, and also this Wizard Tower here, pretty interesting. It's actually going to be able to take out the Barbarians that are summoned by the Barbarian King's Iron Fist, which will obviously help defend against suicide heroes. In addition, I've got a lot of trash buildings up here. That'll just really make it hard for the attacker to funnel his heroes in, and a lot of time will be wasted just taking out those buildings. So suicide heroes is not really a viable option on this base. So now moving on to some other things. We've got the centralized clan castle. You can see it cannot be lured from any side with a single like hog or anything like that. You might be able to pull in something cheeky down here at the bottom, but it's pretty difficult. But point is, this centralized clan castle is basically trying to defend against Valks. Because, I mean, CC troops do a lot of damage to Valks, especially if you have a good CC. So the recommended clan castle composition for this base would be 2 loons and 10 minions, assuming you have 30 clan castle space, and this is a really good composition because the Valks won't be able to target your balloons or your minions, so your balloons and minions will just completely wreck the Valks, especially the balloons. They do a ton of damage. And if the attacker doesn't bring a poison, then it's just gonna make things even worse, because a lot of people with Valks, they like to bring 4 quakes, and a lot of the time with the 4 quakes they don't bring a poison, so it just really makes them vulnerable to all their Valks getting killed, since they don't have a poison, and the balloons and the minions out of the CC are just destroying his Valks, and especially if his queen or other stuff is distracted, the attack will just end in a fail. So the centralized CC is pretty important right here. So now moving on to the air defense placement. I really like the air defense placement in this base because they are, pretty spread out, meaning that a kill squad won't really be able to easily get 3 or 4 of the air defenses. At most they can get 2, and even then it'll be pretty hard. You'd have to be pretty good at it. Just looking at this base, it's not that easy. But also, these 4 air defenses are pretty equidistant from each other, and what I mean by that is, let's say the attacker drops a hound onto this air defense. Now, this air defense is pretty much the same distance from these 2 air defenses right there, so the distance from here to here is pretty much the same as distance from here to here, so it'll be really confusing for the attacker as to where his hound will go after this air defense dies. Will it go to this air defense, or will it go to this air defense? And it's going to make it a lot more confusing for the attacker. He's going to have to it could mess up his pathing. Like if he's counting on the hound going here and then it ends up going here, it could really mess up his loon deployment, because if he has already started deploying loons down here, it'll just mess the whole attack up. And same thing goes for this side. If the attacker drops hound on here, doesn't know which air defense it'll go to after this one's destroyed. Even on these 2 air defenses, on this one equidistant from these, and on this one equidistant to these. So I really like the air defense placement in this base. And on top of that, you've got seeking air mines next to each of these air defenses, so 1 seeking air mine next to each air defense. And this is the least risky move you can take as far as placing your seeking air mines, because if you have all 4 on 1 air defense, or all 4 on 2 air defenses right next to each other, if the attacker knows that they're there, they can just take them out with a quick kill squad, and there's no more seeking air mines left. But since they're all spread out, it's a lot harder. I mean, you're guaranteed that at least a couple seeking air mines will be triggered by the hound. So that's pretty good. This Tesla farm right here, great Tesla farm in my opinion. There are 3 Teslas here with air bombs right next to them, and this is a great defense against balloons, because this is a very no one's gonna expect a Tesla farm here. Let's go into just scout view real quick. When we look at this base, no one's just gonna immediately think, okay, there's a Tesla farm behind this army camp. That's not really a common place to put a Tesla farm, if you know what I mean. But that just makes it even better, because the Tesla farms are meant to surprise attackers, and this definitely surprises them. If they drop a hound here and then they drop just a few balloons, they think they can take out these defenses easy, and then this Tesla farm pops up with all these air bombs, are just gonna really mess up the attacker. So also, this Troll Tesla, while I'm at it about the Teslas, Troll Teslas I feel are underused at Town Hall 9, but they're definitely very good, especially in the current meta, where fresh 3-starring a base is so easy. Putting a Troll Tesla there might just trick the attacker a little bit. Even that little trip might be enough to save the attack from being a 3-star, whether they run out of time or whether all their troops, they're supposed to go to this bomb tower or something, but they end up going to this Tesla, could waste, mess up their pathing and all that. And yeah, so now moving on to the more anti-Valk stuff. There are 15 compartments in this base I've counted, and that just makes it a lot harder for ground attacks to 3-star this base, especially since I already talked about before how this base is sort of anti-quad quake, since if they want to take out the CC, they'll have to bring poison, and that'll make it harder for quake, because then you have to spend 2 extra spell slots to get 2 more quakes, which is already bad enough. But the Valks going through this base they'll have to bang on walls a lot, and it's just so many compartments in this Tesla farm. Will just really screw up the Valks, especially if they end over here. These 3 Teslas will just kill Valks very, very fast. And there's a lot of hit points in the core, like a lot of defenses that'll be targeting the Valks when they're in this area. And the outside defenses will drag the golems and the giants off to the side, so it'll be hard for the golems or giants, but mostly golems. It'll be harder for them to get into the base because there's just a lot of cannons, wizard tower, especially these mortars out here. It makes it hard for the golems to actually enter inside the base, and they'll just go around instead. And I think that is it for this base. Oh, one more thing, the giant bombs, forgot about those. They're very, very good against anti-hog. They're all spread out and everything, which is very good, because the attacker can't take out a bunch with just a kill squad. And also they're in very unpredictable places, especially these 2 on the outside right here. Now, I know a lot of you might be thinking, like, why are you putting giant bombs on the outside? Like, at Town 9 is so easy to 3-star nowadays that it's almost worth it to just sort of put random stuff there and hope the attacker doesn't expect it, because these giant bombs are not going to be expected by the attacker. So the attacker drops some hogs in this cannon, won't trigger the giant bomb, but as they go to this wizard tower, it will trigger, and just a big surprise, the attacker will have to drop a heal spell on his hogs. Same thing goes over here, although there's not a wizard tower right next to it, but still very, very unexpected giant bomb placements, which I feel like is very, very good for defending against hogs. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this base. Obviously there's a lot of other miscellaneous stuff, like the spring trap placements, the air bomb placements, and the air sweeper, but I'm pretty sure that's all implied. I'm sure you guys know that this is pretty good base based on what I've said. So if you want to copy it and you're a Tunnel 8.75, feel free to. Remember, this base has everything except the expos. If you're a Tunnel 8.5 though, there is actually an 8.5 version. 8.5 means that you just get the Archer Queen, I believe, and you get the new traps and the new walls, I think. No, you might not get the new walls, but whatever. There's a Tunnel 8.5 version in the description. There's a link to the image. You can go there, check it out. It's the same concepts. But anyways, that'll wrap it up for this video. I know this was pretty short. I know a few of you have asked for me to do a Tunnel 8.75 base design, so here it is. And yeah, make sure to subscribe to this channel if you have not already. I post frequent Clash of Clans strategy content. Like this video if you did enjoy it, and if you do like this base. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.